Are you feeling drained, struggling with weight gain, or pretty much noticing changes in your mood? It may not just be a result of aging, could be linked to your hormones. You're watching The Daily Dose with me, Dr. Mitch, a Hugh Light web series. If you like our content, please subscribe to our channel, hit that button, and be sure to stay notified when we release new content. And I think there may be a bell too, I'm always not sure. But if there is, hit the bell too. Now, don't miss out on my secret tip if you watch until the end, when I'll be giving you my health tip of the day, and this will help you have secret that others will never tell you. There's a crucial role of testosterone in muscle mass and libido to the often overlooked impact of the estrogens, especially estradiol, on heart health and mental well-being. Now, this eye-opening journey that we're going to take today will change the way you think about your body and perhaps realize how important these hormones are. On May 14th, 2024, recently, an article was released by the American Colleges of Physicians. It posted a study published by the Annals of Internal Medicine. The title of this article is Associations of Testosterone and Related Hormones with All Cause of Death and Cardiovascular Mortality and the Incidence of Cardiovascular Disease in Men. Individual Participant Data Meta-Analysis. In the study, they were looking into whether circulating sex hormones modulate mortality, the death rate basically, and heart disease in aging men, which they say is controversial. And to clarify the associations of sex hormones with these particular outcomes. Now, this is something that's been argued back and forth for a long time. Integrative physicians all say, hey, testosterone is important and it's best to maintain youth levels. I agree, because when are you the healthiest? When you're 18 to like 30 or when you're 80? And the truth is, those that have vibrant hormones are in what we call an anabolic state, which makes us healthy, where wear and tear is much lower than repair and restoration. Now, to understand this particular study, you need to know what a meta-analysis is. A meta-analysis takes a group of studies, puts them together, they all have a similar subject matter, and then decides based on many studies what outcome or what really is happening. So it's better than just having one study. Now, 11 studies provided in summary estimates they found, basing a population of 24,000 and on 109 individuals, that men had a baseline testosterone that was lower than 213 nanograms per deciliter. Now, you're probably saying, what does that mean? So typically, men feel the best when they're young and youthful with 850 or more nanograms per deciliter. So you realize that 213 is quite low. LH, or another hormone of the body called luteinizing hormone, concentrations above 10 microunits per liter, or estradiol concentrations below 5.1 picomoles per liter had higher all-cause mortality. And those with testosterone below the 153 nanograms per deciliter, all these people had higher cardiovascular disease mortality risk. And the lower the sex hormone binding globulin, which I'll explain a little later, the lower sex hormone binding globulin concentration, the lower also of all-cause mortality and lower heart disease mortality. Okay, let me summarize because I don't want you to get lost in this. What we're looking at is the better of testosterone, better estrogen levels, not high, not low, but reasonable. The LH that's not too high, sex hormone binding globulin that is low. These are factors for whether or not there is a change in whether you live a longer life or not. Now, this is what they found. Men with low testosterone, high LH, or very low estradiol concentrations had an increase in all-cause mortality. The sex hormone binding globulin, to repeat, was positively associated, and the dihydrotestosterone concentration was non-linearly associated with all-cause and cardiovascular mortality. I know this is getting confusing, but let's go back a second and let me make sure this is clear. You need to understand this because lots of physicians will say, oh, you don't need testosterone. Oh, I don't need it because, I'm not interested in sex anymore. Well, you have to know that testosterone estrogen receptors are from the head to the toe. There's a reason that they're there. One of them is it does decrease cardiovascular disease if it's in the normal range. Bone health is dependent upon having enough of these hormones as well. Estrogen allows the bone to turn over. Estrogen is proliferative. Estrogen helps things grow. Too much? No good. Too low? No good. Also, metabolic disease, obesity, insulin resistance, diabetes are all part of the bane of our getting older. And testosterone is intimately involved in taking that and slowing that down. And of course, the other things that we mentioned. Bone health is directly related to our hormones because they maintain the calcium, the magnesium in the bone while maintaining the strength also. And one thing that many people don't feel or think about, mental health is very important and is recognized differently when someone doesn't have enough testosterone. Testosterone gives people that joie de vivre, that thirst for life, that feeling that men have and women of getting up early, going to work, whereas they get older, it's more, they want to stay around, do nothing. Luteinizing hormone is typically elevated in response to low testosterone as the body attempts to stimulate more production of the hormone. Underlying issues such as testicular and male dysfunction or pituitary gland disorders. Now, estradiol associated with female and male health, or the estrogen, yes, men, we have estrogen, less than females generally, but it does support heart health. We need it. And low levels will increase our risk of cardiovascular disease simultaneously. Estradiol helps maintain our bone density even in men, and a deficiency can lead to osteoporosis and fractures in general. Now, cumulatively, these hormone imbalances increase the overall risk of mortality or death rate in men. And low testosterone, all men know, are crucial for muscle mass, bone density, and our libidos. And of course, we know that men who try to lift weights a lot will use testosterone to help that. And we talked about osteoporosis and fractures. Men and women, both that have low testosterone, it can lead to mood swings, depression, and decrease in the quality of life. In addition to what we already discussed, maintaining testosterone levels at youthful levels, both in males and females, can also help in the following ways we didn't discuss. Better energy, reducing fatigue, libido, of course, both men and women's libido is surrounded by testosterone, our fat distribution, and how our body stores fats, our skin health, not having lines, having tight skin, hair growth, yes, hair growth depends on testosterone as well, our immune function, our sleep quality, and even the way we handle stress. So here's the hint of the day. When you go to a physician, you're getting your blood work, ask your healthcare provider or physician, measure the following, and you should write these down. Total testosterone, free testosterone, estradiol levels, sex hormone binding globulin levels, and dihydrotestosterone. Let me give you the overview so this makes sense. If you have testosterone level in your body will either maintain it as testosterone or it will aromatase it, which is a special pathway that makes estrogen, or it will convert it to DHT or dihydrotestosterone. Now, dihydrotestosterone, like all hormones, can make you feel strong, give you great libido, make you go, but at the same time, it can also make skin oily, pimples, and loss of hair. So that's why we need to measure the sex hormone binding globulin, especially the dihydrotestosterone. Sex hormone binding globulin holds testosterone in its place, meaning that when testosterone goes around the body, it is either bound, which is non-useful. It would be like saying, hey, can you clean up my desk? Sure, I can do that, but I'm holding your arms and legs. It is only the free component of testosterone that is capable of doing all the things we just talked about in this video today. So you do want to measure the free, and if sex hormone binding globulin is elevated, it means your free is definitely going to be lower. So you want that sex hormone binding globulin to be low. For more information, you can always visit our website at HueliGhtUSA.com. That's HueliGht USA, all one word.com. I'm Dr. Mitch. Thanks for watching.
Next time on The Daily Dose.
From the quaint shores of Portugal to the vibrant dinner tables of Ireland, a new culinary sensation is making waves. You may not have heard of this, but it's called the Atlantic diet, and it's causing a good stir in major health circles. But what more is there that you need to know? Find out on next week's Daily Dose episode.